I remember you telling me a story once where you came down in the locker room, down there at One Buck Place, and the locker room was just an absolute mess. You by yourself were cleaning up the locker room, and that was kind of a moment for you that like, understanding where we are and what we need to do to go forward.
Yeah, it was actually Herm Edwards and I, and Herm was my assistant head coach, and he was a neat freak, and he's the one that summoned me. He called me after everybody was gone, and he said, "Come, look at this," and he's over there sweeping and everything, and stuff is everywhere, and we've got bins, garbage bins, but tape on the floor, and just
Yeah.
and so we cleaned it up. And then Herm actually was the bad cop. He read the riot act to him the next day. But I talked about that. Man, are we going to be accountable?
Yeah.
Are we going to let somebody else do this? Or are we going to be the champions? Are we going to be at this level in everything? Not just how we play on the field, but how we do life. And are we going to be okay to be just average? Or do we want to be the best? Well, that means being the best in everything. And I want this to be the best locker room. I want anybody to be able to come in here and say, this is the best locker room in the NFL. I've never seen a locker room like this.
Yeah.
And I hold you guys to that standard.
Yeah.
And by that time, there were a lot of guys that said, yeah, okay, we want to be the best. And they policed it, and they took it on themselves at that point.
That's awesome. How important was it to get a guy like Derek Brooks to buy in and be part of this thinking?
It really was. I actually was very, very blessed. The 1995 draft, I was defensive coordinator of Minnesota. I had my eye on two guys in that draft, Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks. And Warren was supposed to be a top 3 player, but there was rumors he was going to slide because of some character issues. I was said, if there's some way we can get this guy, put him with John Randall, will be fantastic. And then Derek Brooks is just perfect for this defense. So I'm focused on them. We pass on Sapp. The Bucks taking the next pick. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Not only do we not have him, we're going to be playing against him the rest of our life. So, all right. Well, I forget that. I'm going to focus. We got one more number 1 pick at the end of the round. I'm focused on Derek Brooks. Tampa trades up 1 pick ahead of us and takes Brooks. And I am just sick. Well, as only God could do it, 8 months later, I'm the head coach of the Bucks. And those two guys are sitting there waiting for me. So I called them, the first 3 guys I called, Derek, Warren, and John Lynch, who was a 3rd-year safety man. And I said, you guys don't know it yet, but this defense is built for you. I played in this defense in Pittsburgh. Warren, you're Joe Green. You're going to have a Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame career because this defense is going to let you do what you do best. Derek, you're Jack Ham. You're going to roam behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to keep you free. We're going to use your speed, your knowledge. You're going to make plays for us all over the field. John, you're Donnie Shell. You're going to be an interceptor. You're going to be a tackler. You're going to be a physical force, and you're going to be the controller of the secondary. But you guys have to be on board with me, and I'm counting on you to lead. And I think telling them that I was counting on them, that's what got it going. And when they bought in, and they said, okay, we're going to make this happen, and we're on board with you, I knew we were going to be in good shape.